Hey wine family, Bill here with the Three Wine Guys, and I'm here today to talk about a trip that we just did into Dry Creek and Healdsburg area, and I laid out some of these wines that we're going to discuss today, and encourage you to take a little trip down there because it's well worth its efforts. I went on the trip with Stan, which you sometimes see in the Three Wine Guys, but he's unavailable today. So I have my partner in crime here.
Hi, I'm Kim with Bright Adventures, which is our other channel. So Bill and I are both part of that. So I'm filling in for the two wine guys that weren't able to film with us today. So glad to chime in, and I'll ask him some questions maybe along the way.
Yeah. So the main reason for our trip, we bought some futures, which futures are, you buy the next year's wine that's coming out in the future. So.
And how do you know it's good? What do we do to
Yeah, so usually the year before when you pick up your futures, you taste out of the barrel when the wine is in the barrel and see how the wine is going to develop. You get an early tasting. It's usually pretty fruity, a little bright, but it's been in the barrel for a little while. So each year they turn the barrels over, they do the bottling, and then you pick up your future wine that's in the bottle. So we started off going to futures, and we bought a couple of cases of Zichichi Family Winery, which is a really good winery, small production in the scale of things. But one of my favorites is their Petite Syrah that they make, so I always buy that. They do have a couple other estate Zinfandels, and Dry Creek Valley is very, very noted for phenomenal Zinfandels. Not that that's the only grapes that they grow there, but definitely the predominant grape in that area.
Yeah, and one thing I like to point out is Bill and I have been visiting Zichichi since 2016, if I looked at my photos and dates correctly. And when we go back there to pick up our wine every year, it's like visiting family. You usually see father and son and one of the winemakers there, and they're just phenomenal people, and it's just a great experience every time we go there. And it might be a little strange, so futures, we were very novice about it, as Bill explained, but you actually do pay for that up front. You walk out without getting anything to the next year. So we actually were busy when we'd normally pick it up this spring. So we actually got a personal call from Steve Zichichi, one of the owners, and said, you need to pick up your futures. So we got down there pretty quick.
Well, and of course it always spurs on us a trip down there to pick up our wine, which gives us opportunity to explore many other places that are very well worth visiting while we're in the area. A lot of the favorites, which you'll see on our channel. So we did Steve Zichichi, and that was a great winery to pick up right there.
Yep.
Next after that, where did we go?
We did Talty.
Oh yeah, we did.
Talty.
We went to right next door actually, which was great. Michael Talty. So they're separated by a road, and Zichichi's on this side and Michael Talty's on this side. Michael Talty is basically old world style, I would say, of a Zinfandel maker. So, and he also has one Zin that comes out of Napa Valley in the Felice Vineyard. So that's interesting. What do I want to say? AVA to be pulling Zins from when you normally get Cabernets out of that area, but it's a very lovely Zin to taste, and he has his Williams Vineyard, and that's named after his father that he wanted to grow grapes with and start Talty Winery with. So anyway, that would be these two bottles right here. One is the Felice and one is the Williams Vineyard. And he does have a couple of other vineyards that he pulls from, but these are the two major ones for me. So
yeah, we we often forget just how good that wine is. So it's amazing. And same thing, we've been going to Talty for a very long time. We have a mutual friend, Greg Perrucci and his family, Perrucci Vineyards in the Santa Cruz AVA, and we feel like we go back visiting family when we see Michael Talty and the team there. So very welcoming, the same thing. We can't say enough good things. And most of these wineries, you do need to schedule an appointment. So definitely we'll have all the details in the description of their websites, but they would love to have you come visit and schedule a tasting, I'm sure.
Yeah. So after that, we went kind of across the street and up the hill. So Dry Creek Valley is basically a mountain range over from Napa Valley, if you really wanted to put it on a map. So there, Healdsburg, you got Sonoma, Healdsburg, and then Geyserville, Alexander Valley, Dry Creek Valley, Napa Valley. So they're all in that area. Dry Creek Valley also borders along Russian River, where you get a lot of Pinot Noirs and that kind of stuff. So we'll talk about Cask Winery, which was the next on our trip. And so the one thing I want to talk about at Cask would be this one right here, which is their Pinot Noir. It is grapes come from Bacigalupi farms, which they also make their own wine. But Bacigalupi grapes are well known in the area. They're put into a lot of different winemakers' wines. They're a premium grower, especially of Pinot Noir. So it's not a winery that you hear about a lot, Bacigalupi, unless you're in the wine industry, but it is definitely a premier winery to pull, or grower to pull grapes from, and they also make their own wine. So that would be that Pinot Noir right there, which it states right on the label, Bacigalupi Vineyards. So that, and then also they do estate block zins, and then they also have some blends, and this is a Meritage Invocation. Very good red blend, one of my favorites. We always buy that, and we'll post a couple of little shots or videos from them at the end of this little video.
Yeah.
You got anything else to add on that one?
Yeah, Cast, especially if you're wanting to relax at a vineyard. They also, I believe, need reservations too, but they have quite an extensive ground area. Lots of chairs. They have one big standout palm tree and relaxing chairs, so you could just take your time when they are able to allow that, and just take in all the scenery. It's beautiful and very welcoming as well. There is a theme there with welcoming. We always feel welcome there, and have met some great wine managers at their location.
Yeah, and the view from their balcony is amazing. I mean, you're overlooking the vineyard, and you'll see in the video, overlooking the vineyard, and across the valley you'll see grapes growing on the hills. You can see down into the valley. It just wineries everywhere in Dry Creek. These are just a small sample of what's there, but these are the ones that we get a lot of personal attention from when we visit them, and they're very quality driven, smaller wineries.
Yeah, we keep coming back over the years for a reason. Exactly that.
Yeah. All right, so from there, where do we go?
I think VML.
VML, yes, I think it was VML. So VML specifically does Pinot Noirs their best. I mean, that's not the only thing they do, but that's their focus, is Pinot Noirs. Little bit on the heavier side of some Pinots that you would be normally used to, your Oregon Pinots and coastal Willamette Valleys, that kind of stuff. Anyway, you're going to get a little darker Pinot Russian. You do definitely get the Russian River flora that you get off of Russian River Pinots on all of them. And they do have a little gradation in their intensities as you're moving from different vineyards that they source their grapes from. They do have, it's the Earth, Moon, and Stars, so they kind of name their different blocks or vineyards after celestial bodies. So you'll see that in their wine. Their wine tasting room is downtown Healdsburg, easy to find. Great hospitality, as everyone that we're going to be talking to for their tasting room. It's just amazing wine. I always go to VML to grab Pinot Noirs. It's just one of my favorites in the area.
Yeah, likewise. Always feel so welcome, and to see some of the same people, in particular, welcoming us back every year, and just taking the time to explain the wines and the latest and greatest things. Maybe it's a bubbly, sparkling, etc. But it's always fun to see what new varietals they might have.
Yeah, and if you look at one of the first videos that we posted here on YouTube, we did a little thing about VML because they tried to go public. It didn't work out so well. So instead of the area or wineries letting VML collapse, two wineries ended up buying out VML and then letting it run on its own, basically hands off, but under new management or new ownership. So, but it's still the same winery, and we'll be talking a little bit about two of the wineries that purchased VML and gave them back their life, which thank God they did, because now we still have really great wine from VML. So the other wine that I want to talk about that did this would be Truett Hurst, which is right over here. And Truett Hurst is been around the Healdsburg, Dry Creek area for a long, long time. And they're one of the major wineries there. And then the other one I would talk about, and we have one winery from them, is the Wilson Group, which Mazzocco is a part of. So these two owners of these two wineries came together and saved that one there. They all know each other in the area. It's a small area when it actually comes right down to winemaking, but there's plenty of winemakers around there. So anyway, long story short, we'll talk a little bit about Truett Hurst. We did an interview with Natalie Hurst at VML originally when they were just going through that transition, and now she's help running the Truett Hurst tasting room in Healdsburg as well, and they're just down the street from VML. So,
and the interview was with her husband.
Yes,
who is a Hurst.
Well, the original one at VML we did with Natalie before she was married, and then after she was married, we have another interview that we'll be doing at Truett Hurst. That'll be at the end of this video here. So. Truett Hurst, they make Pinot Noirs, they make Zinfandels, of course, because it's Dry Creek and Healdsburg area, along with a couple other wines. I think they do make a Chard, do they? I think we did do a Chardonnay there. So they make a couple other varietals besides the typical Zinfandel, but their Pinot Noir is very good. They have a lot of influences, obviously, from here. And so a good winery to go to. One of my recommends for sure. Is a new tasting room downtown for them, and it's really roomy, very cordial, relaxed atmosphere. Can fit a lot of people if you want to bring a group, which I hope you do, because when you get into these wines, you want to taste it with a bunch of friends, because tasting wine is all about friendship.
Linger and linger.
Yes, yes.
Let's see. I second that with Bill's summation on Truett Hurst. Just amazing people. The family really cares about their wine, and it shows with the taste and the welcoming atmosphere. And their new property is so beautiful. that one is close a few blocks off of the roundabout by the Big Red Chair. The Big Red Chair is close to VML. So VML, you can take that roundabout, see the Big Red Chair, try to find parking close by, and you're right there.
All right.
But now Mazzocco.
Now Mazzocco. So
Mazzocco.
this was one of our last stops. Love Mazzocco. I love their wines. They're always phenomenal. They pull from about 26 different vineyards. They name their wines after the vineyard. So this is a Zinfandel, and it's Verano Old Vine. So, and this is one of their reserve bottles. And we'll also post the mystery box opening that I did with Stan along with this, so that you can kind of see some of the wines that they make. They also make a Cabernet and a Petit Syrah, and they had a rosé. I don't know if they sold all the way out of their rosés.
I bought the rosé. I think they still have the rosé. There was a sparkling that they closed out that I got to try, but they are out of it for sale. But okay. that was phenomenal. And then we didn't do a video this time, but we have lots of pictures, and almost every time we go to Mazzocco, they are so knowledgeable, such great hospitality there, and we've gotten to meet the winemaker who makes wine for many of the Wilson Group wineries, but Mazzocco for sure is Antoine. And I have to tell you the story. He was so kind. He even helped us bring a couple bottles to our car. Boxes. Yeah, excuse me, boxes, not just bags. But you don't really see that in the wine industry so much. All of these wineries would help you do that as well. But it's like going back to family, and it's just so much fun. The grounds are beautiful too, so that is a place you could linger. I think they have sometimes bands. We've been there when there's been music there. Yeah. And some maybe charcuterie as well they may sell. But you can bring your own charcuterie there as well. Yeah, and they have great grounds, like she said, and you're not going to find this in... It's more of an old school Napa, how Napa used to be years and years ago, where, you get to meet the winemaker and the winery owner, and not just the winery manager or tasting room manager, which they are very knowledgeable people and they know their stuff. Don't want to knock them for sure, because they're a vital part of the whole industry, but you're not going to get a winemaker from Napa carrying out your box of wine to your car. Yeah. I guarantee you that's probably not going to happen. Yeah, and they're probably going to be too busy to do that all the time. Right. Don't expect it, but it's a nice, what do you want to say, gesture and surprise. So much fun, and we'll insert pictures that we have taken from all of these lovely wineries, and a lot of the family members that. They're grinding away, putting in the work. Yeah. Meeting, greeting, serving. Out in the field, harvesting. Managing the crop. It's the old way. So anyway, you'll find that if you go into the Dry Creek, Healdsburg area, you'll get more of the old world feel of what wine tasting used to be like. Over in other areas, so you'll get the family feel. You'll get you'll get that more relaxed vibe, I would say, from the Dry Creek Valleys. That's why I recommend it so highly. If you're going to plan a trip, for sure, make sure that you visit these guys. For sure, you'll get Class A1 service, and you'll get a lot of information, and as much as you want to absorb. Yeah, they're all fairly close together. So what Bill does is he usually will call and see how he can schedule. Sometimes he has to flip-flop around, but when Bill, Stan, and I went a few weeks back, it was great. Bill had charted our path, and it worked out fantastic. So. Yeah, you can do probably a good 3 wineries in a day,
Okay, so, well, we did a little more than that, but
No, that's 6.
yeah,
2 days.
Yeah, 2 days, but one was a half a day, so we kind of jumped around a little bit. But we had fun doing it. It was very relaxed. A couple hours apart. If you're scheduling stuff, just look up the names, and we'll post a lot of the contact information down below. But look up the names and just schedule them a couple hours apart to do a tasting and have time to do a purchase, because I know you'll want to buy any one of their wines for sure. I'm sure you'll have your favorites though, and make a good day of it, and you'll have a fun time.
Yeah, we always have a great time, and all the wineries are helpful in recommending restaurants too, so don't forget to ask them, don't be shy. And they also have great merchandise too. I think Bill has almost every one of the t-shirts, and sometimes they have beautiful tea towels and wine charms, so definitely expect to buy maybe holiday presents or birthday presents while you're there too.
Yeah.
To support these winemakers, to keep them going. That's our encouragement.
You have a plethora of restaurants in Healdsburg. I mean, the sky's the limit. Whatever you prefer. There's a great and tasting rooms all over the place there too. So not just these, but many others. So plan a trip, head on out there, and do some good tasting and enjoy some great wine.
Yeah, and if you do go, please put some notes in our comments, or put comments, on this video if you visited any of these. But we highly encourage you to patronize these wonderful wineries. And thanks for letting me fill in. It was kind of fun to pitch in for the 2 other wine guys that couldn't be here today. So
yeah, and if you even want to comment, hey, give me a couple of suggestions on timing or whatever, I could lay you out even a little schedule if you wanted to, with the addresses and notes on it if you want to. So I'm more than happy to do that. Just leave me a comment in the section. Always helps if you like and subscribe us too. Helps get the word out. So anyway, 3 wine guys out.
Yep, out.
Quite a few local wines from this region, which are known to be rather nice.
And in this area, there's a lot of good wines. So if you get a 99 pointer out of this area from a place that's judging out of this area, you're top dog.
Yeah,
You are top dog.
Where are we, by the way?
And we're here in Sonoma in Dry Creek Valley and Healdsburg at this point. So, and what's the location here with address?
This is 428 Hudson Street, Healdsburg, California, of course. Right down the street, just across, we say just across the tracks, where the tracks meet the river. So as you come into the first exit of Healdsburg, your first right-hand turn, you'll see us.
Okay, okay. So I'm tasting the Zin, right? Right now that we're...
That, I think, is the Pinot you got.
the Pinot,
That
okay.
might be the white sheep Pinot. I very selfishly poured myself the Zinfandel, a little bit of the
okay.
little bit of the Southdown, our 24 vintage.
So Stan, the Pinot man, is a Pinot expert, so...
So easy to drink, you guys. It can go with so many different types of foods, and it's your typical Russian River Pinot Noir. I really enjoy it down here. I love the Pinots down here.
Great Pinot Flora to it.
Yeah, a little bit lighter, nice blend of Rush River Valley, a little bit of Sonoma Coast fruit in there as well,
Is there?
actually.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little blend of two Pinot vineyards.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Just to soften it up, we do the white sheep and we do the black sheep. Me being the black sheep of the family, of course, I had to have a wine after myself. Anyways, the black sheep is all Rush River Valley, so it tends to hold a little bit of a bolder nature comparatively to the white sheep here. But this is no slouch either.
No,
Right.
not at all.
So as we're enjoying this, tell us a little bit about the new location, because this is beautiful. And we'll shoot a little bit of video going around the area. But yeah, tell us about this new location, where you guys are at.
Sure, yeah. So as I mentioned, we once used to be on a pretty massive estate in the heart of the Dry Creek Valley. Now we're at this rather large tasting barn, we like to call it. This building, though it's new to us, is not a new building. This building is over 100 years old and has been a wine-oriented building or associated building from the very beginning. So it started as the French-American Wine Company back in 1906, if I'm not mistaken, and to this very day is still a wine now tasting room.
So French-American Wine Company, right?
Correct, yeah.
So that's like one of the oldest ones in Healdsburg,
One of the first, yeah. One of the first, if not the first. Used to just sling barrels out of that big open front garage door out to the train tracks right next to us.
Yeah. Beautiful location. I love the long tasting room bar back here. Plenty of room for tons of people. Oh my God, how many can you hold in this place now?
Oh, I'd say easily seated, hold up to 60 guests. But we've squeezed a few more than that in here on occasions. So you never know.
Definitely. So awesome place. I'm glad that you guys found a new home. I was so glad to meet up with you guys, and I love some of the deals that you've been pumping out.
Absolutely.
Because we just bought a case of your Zins.
Yep.
It was on a special killer deal. If you guys get in touch with these guys, I'm sure you'll get some really good deals on some Sonoma wines. Their Zins are really good. You'll definitely get a good price.
Pinots are nice, very nice Pinots.
Pinots are nice too. If you're ever in Russian River, of course, Russian River Pinot, how can you beat that?
Hard to beat, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, just even right now, we show a lot of love to our wine club members who have shown a lot of love to us. But of course, even non-wine club members, we're doing 40% off for 6 bottles. Wine club, of course, gets 50, but still a great deal to be had. We cut really low rates on shipping if you need it sent to you, and we always do cold chain, so we can ship it out any time of the year, any day of the week.
So I know that we just got, between our little group, we ordered 5 cases.
5 cases.
And enjoying the heck out of them. They're phenomenal wines. And at that price, you can buy them and have an everyday wine
Absolutely.
for sure.
Absolutely.
And not have to skimp on quality, because the quality is up there for sure.
Of course, yeah. That's always been kind of our MO is, you're not paying for a label, you're not paying for a name, you're paying for the quality of the fruit and the process behind it. So I'm glad you got to see that and taste that firsthand.
Oh yeah, always. So,
Congratulations on your new location.
yes,
Thank you.
Cheers to you.
Much
Cheers,
more
guys.
success, absolutely. Cheers.
Cheers.
So this is 3 wine guys out from Truett, Hurst, Sonoma, Healdsburg.
Cheers.
Hey guys, this is Bill, one of the three wine guys here back in Sonoma, in Healdsburg. And here we are at VML Winery, which we've been here before. And when we were here before, we were talking about the transition that was going on from being out in Dry Creek Valley to being down here. So here we are now. They are partnered with the Wilson Group and Truett Hurst, both together to make up VML now. They have the same winemaker, a lot of the same grapes, and they bring in some new stuff too. This is Mila here.
Hello guys, how are you?
And Mila is one of the tasting room managers, of course, and we met her when she was out in Dry Creek Valley, and so anyway, we're here to talk about the transition, and then also their wines that they have, of course, that we've talked about before, but it always changes, so we'll go over them again. So the transition, of course, is all settled down right. So we have Truett Hurst, which is now has their own tasting room. They were kind of sharing here at first, but now they have their own. And do you know the address of the?
Yes, now they are located in 428 Hudson Street here in Healdsburg, close to Peziking. So you can visit them as well. While you're there, you might come back in VML and see what we have here.
Right. And also, Wilson Group, of course, has an array of wineries that are within the group. So you have your Mazzoccos, your Peziking, your Rockpile. You got a bunch of wineries that are within the Wilson Group. So they have great backing behind them right now, which is really good because they're well worth backing.
Yeah,
Their wines are good.
wineries.
Yeah, 13 wineries in Wilson Group. So that being said, here we are at VML, and we are going to talk about some of their wines right now. And the first one I want to talk about is this Chardonnay, and which I just tasted, and it has a really good flavor to it. It started off almost like a Sauv Blanc to me. I got a big smack in the face with a pear, and then it went to your traditional Chard from there, and it didn't fade out at the end, which is really great. It was fantastic. And the vineyard that it comes from,
It's a 5 Wells Chardonnay, beautiful. It's 2021, beautifully done. Of course, our winemaker Rossery is doing an amazing job. Yeah, like Bill said, pear. It's very rich, and yeah, a beautiful complex Chardonnay. Come see us for that one.
Yeah, I mean, and they're known for their Pinot Noirs, obviously, but they're doing a Chard that's absolutely phenomenal. And also we did have a Syrah too that was good, and that came from the Santa Cruz AVA. That was my favorite there. And there was one that, what was the other one from?
So Svengali Syrah, Dry Creek.
Dry Creek.
And Santa Cruz was Leicester Syrah.
Right. And those two are also good. I really like the Santa Cruz AVA one. So anyway, we're going back to their basics, I think, here now. So here we have this is the moon right here, so we're basically going to go from moon, which is, this is the Sonoma Coast, if I'm...
Sonoma Coast,
Sonoma
exactly.
Coast,
Yeah,
yes.
just this vintage 2023.
So Sonoma Coast, Pinot Noir. It's a very approachable Pinot to me.
Kind of medium body.
Yeah, medium body, very approachable, supple, I would call it.
Yes.
If you're going to compare it to the other ones, I would call this one supple.
Definitely.
You're going to step up as you go this way, but we'll explain as we go along. Next, we have the Stars, which I would say is more of a medium. It's in between these.
Between that and Earth.
Yeah, the tannins step up just a little bit more from this one. The tannins are softer on this one, to me. And then, so this is kind of more of a medium body. You get a little more, I think, fruit forward on this one. This one's softer on the fruit in the beginning, and this one will get a little more fruit on it in the palate. And then I think in the last we have the Earth, my favorite. So there's the Earth right there. Now I get a little more of the Pinot stink that you get out of on this one than you would this one. This one's softer. This one these two you get a little more of that Pinot nose of the front. And this one, for me, you get a lot more tannins. This is higher elevation.
This is actually lowest elevation.
Oh, lowest elevation?
Excuse me, yes.
Oh, okay.
Because we always sourcing from Sonoma Valley. This vintage is Sonoma Coast. You're right. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. This is Sonoma Coast, this one? Oh, okay. So
Sonoma
lower
Coast.
elevation. But I get some good tannins out of this one.
Definitely.
Deeper
Yeah,
tannins. Little more. It's called earth. You get a little earthy out of it.
Earthy notes.
Yeah, earthy notes out of it.
All the complexity.
So that's my take on the traditional ones that are coming out of here. Anything else you want to add on some of these tasting notes that you get out of it? That's your favorite.
I mean, my favorite always been Moon. I can help it. It's kind of a between. Like we focus specifically on the Russian River Valley. So Moon always been in my heart, and Earth. I have to mention that actually Star recently won double gold medal in San Francisco Chronicle, so we're very proud of that.
There you go.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Ras, like I said, Ras is doing an amazing job, and we're very proud to have him doing wine for VML.
Right, and they have,
Truett.
yeah. And again, double gold in San Francisco Chronicle is nothing to sneeze at. That's a good indication that you're buying some good Pinot Noirs. One of my favorite places, of course, here is VML in Healdsburg. So definitely come by. It's right around the roundabout, and the address for here is
113 Mill Street, Healdsburg, right next to Rockpile and Comcast Real Estate. So you can find us there.
There you go. Well, this is Bill, one of the 3 wine guys, out.
Hey, good afternoon, you guys. 3 wine guys here, minus Stanley, so we're down to 2. My name is Todd.
I'm Bill.
Where we at, Billy?
We're at Cass Winery up in Dry Creek Valley, of course, getting ready for Passport Weekend. And of course, I'm sitting here drinking my favorite wine that they have is the Invocation.
And now is my favorite, by the way.
So anyway, upcoming weekend, of course, is Passport. So you guys need to come down here and get yourself some Invocation, as well as some of their Old Vine Zins, some of their bubbles, and of course, their Pinot Noir, which comes from a specific vineyard, which Jacob will tell you about.
Oh, absolutely. So I'm Jacob, the estate manager at Cast Wines, inviting you to come visit us this weekend for amazing wine, amazing hospitality. Come get to know our team, and of course, amazing fun. Hey! You did it!
That's awesome, babe. I don't know what it looks like.
Anyway, so get on down to Cass Winery, get yourself some good wine, have yourself some bubbles, and a great weekend.
Yes.
And 3 wine guys here
Cheers.
with Jacob.
Jacob.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Represent.
On the clock.
Clink.